All right, so you wake up. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. You step out to the front door, you open it, and you hear rain. So beautiful, the sound of rain on a Saturday morning, but you can't get that hangover to go away. It's just lingering. What if you could get a hangover cure delivered right to your door? Hit up Camp Nova, guys. Enter the code NOVA Flavors to get 15% off your first order and get your 420 needs delivered right to your doorstep today. Okay, you are entering the flavor layer, so as always, get comfy, get nice and warm, kick your shoes off, kick your feet up, light one up, get a beer, do what you gotta do, because we're gonna be dipping into the flavor layer for the next few minutes. I'm about halfway through this Jeffrey of Motor Breath, and God, I gotta say, man, when I'm in a pinch, when I'm like between harvests and stuff, you know, I look for good brands to kind of go buy at the dispensary, even though I try to limit that because it's expensive and, you know, I'd rather grow my own. But I'll tell you what, guys, if you're looking for a consistent brand on the shelves right now, I gotta say Crew is pretty good, man. I mean, they come in a box and a bag. They don't come in a jar. That's my only knock. But, you know, their flower is usually always pretty fresh. And their Motor Breath right here is like, man, I would smoke this every day and not get sick of it. And when someone can do that with flower, and especially this strain, man, it's a OG Chem Cross, I believe, Motor Breath. If you haven't tried it, go try it. And, you know, this batch of Crew is testing, I believe, like somewhere around 29% THC. So that's really bomb, pretty high. I don't really go off testing, as you guys probably know. But, you know, when it has a high number, it's kind of an assurance like, all right, this is going to be pretty good. And, man, it is bomb. It's just got that gassy flavor. Like, it sticks. It just sticks on your palate forever. And just a few hits gets you like feeling really nice, gets you warm, you know, it almost gets you tingly feeling. I like when we can do that. And I feel like the market's been lacking some good Kush, and this is some, like the first hit I took off of it, I was just like, woo, yeah, like I like that. Good Kush. It's good Kush. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish it here. While I finish this, I wanted to kind of get into a few things that just kind of grind my gears. You know, everyone's got their pet peeves. I definitely have mine. Like traffic is for one. I hate sitting in traffic. I literally go crazy, dude. Like, I don't know what it is. It must be like claustrophobia or like just a phobia to traffic, or just like it just drives me crazy. I feel like I'm just sitting there going nowhere, which you are, and it's like, I could be doing so many better things with my time than just sitting in a car on the freeway going fucking 2 feet every 5 minutes. Like, oh, dude, I hate that. That's why I hate LA. Like, LA has the worst traffic, dude. Oh, God, just SoCal in general, the worst traffic, man. The Bay Area is pretty bad too, though. Another thing that grinds my gears is when you're talking to somebody or you're telling somebody something, and halfway through, they always say, what? Like, what? And then you go to repeat yourself, and they answer you before you even get halfway through repeating yourself. So what's that tell me? They heard me. They're just not listening, right? Like, everybody these days, they want to be heard. They feel like, you know, they want to talk. Their message has to be heard. Why is no one listening to me? It's because you're not listening, right? Like, I hate when people, you're having a conversation with someone, you can just tell they're not even listening to you. And like, all they want to do is just talk. Like, dude, listening is just as good, if not better of a skill than being able to talk. Because if you listen, you can find out, like, say someone's having a problem. If you actually listen, you can find the root of the problem and try to help them. But everyone just wants to be heard these days, and no one really listens. That's a problem. We got to try and change that. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever been talking to somebody and and they say what? And then halfway through repeating yourself, they answer you, which tells you that they heard you. I don't know if you guys have ever encountered that, but for me, that's a huge pet peeve. Another one is when women say, what, are you just a kid? Why are you acting like a kid? And it's like, you know what? I am a kid. Yeah, because you know why? Getting old sucks. I am a kid at heart, yes. Have I matured? Yes. But getting old sucks, and none of us want to get old. So, forgive us men for acting like kids some days, ladies. I'm very sorry, but, we are all kids at heart. I don't care what you say. Every man deep down is a kid at heart. And you know what? A lot of women are too. Because we don't want to get old, right? Isn't that the truth? We don't want to get old. Because getting old sucks. Why? Because getting old means you're getting closer to death. And we don't want to die. Right? Another problem with getting old is you lose your memory, man. Like, oh my God, I'm getting so bad. Like, the days are just starting to blur together. And obviously it's because we're all isolated and it's like not much is going on, and that just adds to it. But like, man, my memory has just been getting progressively worse. Like, I remember not too long ago, I lost the only set of keys to my X6. And you guys wouldn't believe the kind of hoops I had to jump through to get another set of keys. I had to get it towed to the dealership. From one, I was without a car for like a week while they had to get the key on back order and get a special one made with like the VIN number imprinted into the fucking chip. And then, a week later, I finally get my keys back. Like, dude, that was like, and that was all just because of bad memory. I forgot where I put them. I put them down somewhere in the store or something. I don't even know where I lost them to this day because I can't remember. Because why? Because I'm getting old, and getting old sucks. So that brings me to my first pointer of the day. You can take it or leave it. But I, lately, have been trying to just stop and slow down, check every detail, check every box, make sure all my I's are dotted, all my T's are crossed, you know what I'm saying? Like, it saves you so much time in the long run if you just do this on everything you do. Like, for example, on my last album, I was distributing it, and it takes longer than you would think, right? To upload all this shit, make sure it's all right, get all the cover art in, get all the numbers there, all that, register the songs with ASCAP and so on, right? I did all this, but I didn't check the release date, and I wanted it to be released January 29th, 2021. But since it was 2020 still, December, when I was submitting it, it thought that I wanted to do January 29th, 2020. And I didn't think to check it. And I submitted it and paid the money for the distribution and all that. And then next thing you know, my album's already out. And I'm like, what is going on, dude? I'm getting Shazams and stuff on songs that I don't even think are out yet. I let it ride for like a week because I'm confused. I finally checked my account, my TuneCore account, and dude, they released it January 29, 2020. So it was like, it thought that it was already released, so it just put it out. But that's my fault because it's just a stupid computer. Right? It does what I tell it to do. So I didn't check every box. I didn't check the release date, and it bit me in the ass. And guess what? I had to take it all down, and I had to re-upload it all the cover art, everything, and do it again, pay for it again, submit it, all that, dude. It took like twice as long, right? And it probably screwed me in the algorithm. So that just goes to show you, checking every box and just slowing down every now and then, being the first one through the gate is not necessarily always the best. Like, look at MySpace versus Facebook. Great example, right? Like, the first one through the door is usually the one that always gets shot. So slowing down sometimes and kind of like, seeing how others do that are ahead of you, so to speak, is not always a bad thing. Like, yeah, we all want to win. We all want to be first. We all want to go, go, go. But sometimes just take a step back. That's all I'm saying. All right. Whew, sorry. I had to get nice and toasty for this next topic because it's going to get deep, I feel like. So, we're going to talk about aliens and religion. Ooh, that's a weird combo, right? But not really, especially if you're an Ancient Aliens fan like me. I stay updated on that stuff, man. And like lately they've been talking about a lot about how depictions of God in the Bible even, and just like in ancient text and like, you know, drawings and whatever, and just history in general, and, you know, prophecies and whatever. They're saying that they sound a lot more like descriptions of aliens coming down on spacecraft from space rather than God or angels descending from heaven, right? And that's, dude, trust me, I'm somewhat religious. You know, I don't really follow a certain path. I kind of follow my own beliefs as far as like a higher power and a higher energy. But when I watch this ancient alien stuff and this stuff about how, you know, maybe our ancient ancestors were really just encountering aliens, and they thought that they were gods because they had this technology that was just like so far beyond their comprehension, right? And it's just crazy to think, like, I mean, I think it's pretty naive, pretty stupid to think that we're the only, you know, we're the only intelligent organism or whatever you call us in this universe. No way, dude. We are not the only ones. There's definitely something else out there, and whether the government's hiding it from us or not, I don't know. I don't really tie myself to conspiracies until they're like 100% proven, because conspiracies can get twisted up, but I do like watching them. They are intriguing. But depicting godly figures as aliens, I don't feel like this is so much a conspiracy. I think it's just another theory, because like if you really think about it, like all religion is just kind of based on theory, right? Like, I don't know, that like, I know it's touchy territory, but like if you really just think about it from, you know, outside of the box, like religion is kind of just based on theory, on beliefs. It's based on beliefs, you know. There may be some facts, but there's a lot of beliefs that make up religion, right? So when you take a different look at, like, say, a chariot coming out of the sky, you know, to me, does it make more sense that that could have been an alien or a god? I mean, to me, if you really think about it, it makes more sense that it was an alien from a factual perspective, like a real perspective, rather than, you know, something from the heavens, which hasn't been proven yet. Yeah, super stoned. So I had to get even more stoned. Whew. But then okay, so this just got me thinking, like, okay, are humans just an alien test tube experiment? Like, does it make more sense that we evolved from something so primitive and unintelligent, right, over a pretty fast period of time? If you think about how long the Earth has been here, like we went from super stupid to just crazy smart in a short period of time. Or do you think there was some kind of alien DNA introduced somewhere along the lines? You know, like, are humans just a test tube experiment of what previously inhabited the Earth, and the alien DNA that was implemented into, let's say, Neanderthals? Did the Neanderthals encounter aliens, and did they mutate our DNA with some of their more intelligent DNA and combine the two to make humans. Does that make any sense? I hope so, because it makes sense in my mind, and it really got me thinking, like, from a real, I don't even know what the word is, but from, like, what makes more sense? That we evolved from monkeys and apes, or that we were some type of backcross of aliens and, like, Neanderthals? What makes more sense, guys? I don't know. You tell me. Because I'm just sitting here babbling on, talking all this nonsense, smoking on some Kush. But I'm getting high with you guys, and I'm working through it. I'm getting through it, and I'm solving some things. Like, I really think I'm onto something here. Well, Ancient Aliens is really the ones that are onto it. So, golf clap for them. But, I'm catching on. Like, I'm following what they're laying down, man. Like, I'm following it, dude. Super, super toughly. I get it. I get where they're coming from. Like, alien DNA, man. That's what we are. That's where we got our extra intelligence, man. Like, I don't see how we could have gotten so smart so fast. Like, 200 years ago, we were, like, pretty much primitive humans. Almost. I don't think we had any electricity. I don't even know if we had running water back then. Like, how did we advance so damn fast? How? How did we get so smart so quick? Tell me. Please tell me. Whew. Man, this is good Kush, guys. Definitely go try the motor breath out. I'm a fan, man. But it got me thinking, why are drugs illegal? Like, what the heck, man? Why did the war on drugs even get started? Like, I really just think it's all one big corrupt circle. Like, why? Like, okay, they have to just be bringing it in themselves, and then they just, like, because, dude, they have it all on TV. They have, like, they show all this stuff on TV. Like, that shit's got to be fake, for one. It's got to be. Like, what is real these days? It just has me so confused. And then, like, it got me thinking about, why are drugs illegal? Like, I'm sorry, but you should be able to put anything in your body that you want, because you can go to war at age 18 and you can go and kill or go get killed at the age of 18. So that when you turn 18, you should be able to put whatever drug in your body that you want, because, like Mac Dre said, it's my body, and I'm not hurting your body. It's my body. I can do what I want. And if you're dumb enough to just put crazy drugs in your body, then so be it. You might die. Like, that's why they say don't do drugs. And if you do them in moderation, and, like, be careful and make sure you're taking the drug that you think you're taking, and so on. But I really think that the war on drugs is nothing but a big money maker, because, dude, they got it all over TV. They're making bankroll on, like, Drugs Inc. What the heck, man? To catch a smuggler, they got all these narco documentaries, and Pablo Escobar. They shove it in our face all day long. And I'm thinking, dude, they're making bank on the media, which just pumps it up, right? And then on the back end, they're probably bringing it in themselves, the government I'm talking about, or the CIA, or whoever, man. I don't even know. There's so many agencies these days, it's sickening. But they got to be making money on all fronts. Like, they're bringing it in and selling it, right, to the wholesalers. But then they're also extorting the cartels, and they're catching people on the border with loads of cash and loads of drugs. And then they probably turn around and take that money that they seize and put it right into their bank or wherever the hell. And then they take the drugs and probably just sell them to their wholesalers. Like, man, this is crazy, dude. Like, I don't understand. This just may be a high rant for me, but, like, look at places like Portugal, right? Where they made drugs I believe, completely uncriminalized. Like if you get caught doing heroin, instead of throwing you in jail, they just put you in a place where you can get help, like rehab. Rehab. That sounds like a better deal to me than, going to jail where you're probably just going to buy it in there anyways. Like there's a ton of drugs in jail and they're not the cleanest. It's like, oh man, we got it so ass backwards. We got our ass caps on here in America, guys. Put your ass cap on. No, take it off. That's what I'm saying. Because, yeah, like Portugal, anyways, back to that. Their laws that are in place has actually reduced the amount of drug use in their country. Go look it up. It's crazy. Like, you think it would have the opposite effect, right? Because we live in America where we're so governed and we're just told what to do. And it actually had the opposite effect of what I thought it would have too, because I guess I'm just a dumb American. But their drug use went down. Why? Because they help the people that are addicted. And then, like, another part of it is when you make it super illegal just to, like, do drugs or possess them, like making something like super illegal, right, is just like adding to the addiction because you feel like you're getting away with doing something you're not supposed to do, right? And that just adds to like the adrenaline rush, the junkie rush, the like, I don't know what it is about us humans, but we get off on like feeling like we're getting away with doing something, right? And like that just adds to the addiction. Like if you're doing some blow and you feel like you got to go in the bathroom and hide and do it all in secret. And like that adds to the experience of doing it, right? Like, I don't care who you are. That is 100% true. Like, and when you take that away, like Portugal did with their laws, is it actually has a positive effect because there's no longer that like, oh, I want to get away with this type of feeling connected to the drugs. So then like kind of takes away from the fun. Then they realize they're just getting high all day and not really doing anything with their life. And then they're getting unhealthy and it's bad and that they could die. And then, if they get caught with it, they get put into rehab, so I think that's a win-win. I think the U.S. should really take a look at that and think about adopting that because we waste so much tax dollars, and they say it on TV even, which I don't know if it's real or fake, but they say that they only catch like 10% of the total amount of drugs that are getting brought in on a daily basis. So it's like, why even waste the money, bro? We're wasting, I think, billions, if not hundreds of millions a year to try and fight this this war on drugs, and it's BS. I think we should really take a look at what places like Portugal are doing. That's all I'm saying. All right, Mr. Biden. But yeah, I don't get it. Like, I'm pretty sure there's places around the U.S. that are thinking about or have already, or like, I don't know where they're at in the stage or what the wording is in the laws, but they've tried to legalize mushrooms, psilocybin or whatever. And I don't know, that's kind of trippy. Like, I heard that if you microdose that stuff, I don't know, I haven't tried, but I heard if you microdose it, that it can actually like help with anxiety and stress and like depression. But taking those in high doses it's pretty crazy. I mean, fun nonetheless, but it can get kind of crazy if you're not ready for it. Let's just say that. I had a few bad trips, and whew, boy, man, you really got to hang in there for the ride. And, legalizing something like that before other things, I don't know. that's just, I don't know. That one's on the fence for me. I know there's probably a lot of shroom lovers out there, and trust me, I feel you, but I'm just thinking about it from like a, like a non-biased side. Like, if shrooms get in the hands of the weak-minded, like, it's no bueno. Like, we all know that doing shrooms with somebody who can't handle it is no fun, because you just gotta coach them through it. You gotta, come on, you'll be all right, dude. Chill out. Like, hey, stop walking in circles, bro. Get out of the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, but where I'm getting at is like, I don't know. I don't know if we should really, dabble with legalizing that quite yet, because things could get weird. Like, think about if everybody was just on shrooms out in the streets, it'd be pretty nuts, And I know that would never happen because not everybody drinks and alcohol's legal, but you feel my drift. Like, let's get weed federally legal first. What the heck, man? Like, weed is just a plant, bro. It just grows. There's nothing added to the it won't be that bomb, but you could literally put weed in the ground and water it with hose water every day, and it'll grow and it'll bud as long as it has enough sun. Like, there's no human process added like alcohol. There is a process to make that. There's, it's man-made. Weed is not man-made. Like, I know it's bred to be extra potent and stuff, but like, it's a plant at the end of the day, right? It is just a plant. It grows out of the earth. It flowers. And then if you so happen to cut it down and hang it on some fishing line or whatever and dry it out and trim it up a little bit and put it in a pipe and put some fire to it, you get high. Why is that illegal? Can somebody tell me that? Yes, you, sir. Raising your hand. No, seriously. Who can tell me why weed is even illegal? And like, in some places, it carries the death penalty, bro. Like, what is up with that? Just for smoking something that comes natural with this planet and was here long before us? Like, plants have been here forever. We have not. This rock has been here so much longer than we can even comprehend, bro. It's crazy. Crazy. And to think that a plant is illegal, like, even like people will say, oh, well, cocaine's a plant. Well, yeah, but you got to do mad stuff to get it into like a snortable form, like, or whatever. But weed, there is no, like, I guess you could call trimming the process, but you don't even have to trim it if you really, it'll be pretty shitty tasting if you don't trim it, especially if you leave like fan leaves and stuff on there. But, I guess the only human process would be trimming, right? And then I guess putting the fire to it that's like combustion, I guess. So all we're doing is trimming it and adding fire. I don't think that should be illegal. And at the end of the day, we should be able to put whatever we want in our body, because why? It's our body. And why do they govern, what we put in our body? And dude, I don't want everyone out there doing drugs. Like I said, if you're dumb enough to put drugs in your body all the time, then you're going to die eventually, if you pick the wrong one, especially with like fentanyl out there, man, like that is a killer, bro. It is so bad. Like, these people are out here buying these blue Oxy 30 pills thinking that they're oxys, and then they're dying from fentanyl. Why? Because I see it on TV, like, these are touchy subjects, but I'm just being real. Like, they're blasting it all over TV, man. Like, is it really just some kind of reverse marketing? Like, why are they showing us all this stuff? Just ask yourself that. Seriously, sit with that for the week. Just sit with it. Let it marinate. Why do they even like, okay, I get it. It's entertaining, because why? I watch it and I get entertained, right? But I'm trying to think outside the box lately, and it's like, why? Why are they showing us this? Well, A, they're making money. B, it's entertaining and it's probably getting good ratings, right? Because humans are entertained to the gore and the violence, and that all comes with drugs, right? The guns, the gangs, the cartels, the cops, the shootouts, like, why do they show us all this though? Like, we don't really need to see it, right? We don't need to necessarily know what's going on. If a bank robbery happened in Florida, if we're in California, we don't really need to know that, right? Like, at least I don't. I don't know if there's anyone out there agreeing with me or whatever, but I feel like I don't need to necessarily know everything that's going on with drugs, yet they plaster it all over the media. And it's entertaining. I agree. Like, I watch it. I fall for it too. But ask yourself, why? Why are they showing this to us? Does it make sense? They're just shoving it in our face. Why? Because they probably want us to do more drugs so they make more money. I don't know, man. I just have a different way of viewing the world these days. The more I learn about it, and like, the more you actually do your own research and find out the real history of this country, or you like watch movies that are based on true stories and they tell you facts at the end and show you like real pictures. Like, I don't remember where I saw it. I think it was a movie, but then I also did some of my own research on it. It's usually how my thoughts, progress, is like I see something in a movie or like a documentary and then I do more research on it, and I found out that the people in lower income neighborhoods of New Orleans and surrounding areas that were affected by Hurricane Katrina didn't have running water for 7 years after that. 7 years. That is unacceptable. How do we not help people after something so tragic like that happened? And where did all the funding go? Like, all the FEMA and relief effort, whatever you call it, all the fundraisers, all the money that got raised, that got sent to New Orleans and the surrounding areas when Katrina hit. Where did they put all that money if they didn't even give, the poor people their running water back? For 7 years, man. Like, just think, you probably would have had to leave, right? But like, what if you owned a house that somehow still stood and that you had nowhere else to go? It was either go back to your house or be homeless. There was probably a few people that stuck it out and like live there somehow without running water. Like, just think about that, dude. Like, think about what people have been through in their life compared to yours, because that oftentimes makes me just feel so appreciative for what I have. And like, it may sound kind of messed up because you're like thinking about how someone else is doing worse than you, but like, dude, my point here is that there is always somebody doing worse than you out there. So when you're feeling down, or at least when I feel down, I just like, I think about the bums in Santa Cruz that I see all the time. And I'm like, all right, well, you could be that guy, you could be that guy, Danny. So stop feeling sorry for yourself and buck up. You're not homeless. So be thankful for what you got and stop being a downer. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, thanks, inner Danny. But I'm serious, dude. Like, there's always somebody out there doing worse than you. Just think about that for the week too. Especially if you're feeling down or depressed, just think about that. There's always a worse situation that you could be in, always. Like, if you just watch documentaries like on like people that live in Africa and like other parts of the world, you'll get what I'm saying. Like, just do your own research, right? And you'll start to expand your knowledge, and you'll actually have a greater respect for life, because we actually have it pretty made here in America, believe it or not. Even though it's fucked up, and the materialism and all the bullshit that you see on the media and everything that gets fed to us on social media, and we're just like the biggest consumer country, I get it, okay? But we do still have it pretty good. Trust me, like, you go to the bad parts of like Africa, and the water that they have to drink is like bad, like it's terrible, and they bathe in these, and it's terrible, man. I don't even like to talk about it because it makes me sad. But just know that we have it made here in America, and be thankful. Be thankful for what you have, even if it's not much, because it would be a lot to somebody else. Trust me. I have the worst cotton mouth, man. Oh my God. Like, dude, this motor breath has me stoned, and I don't think I've taken a hit off of it. I finished the joint probably 20 minutes ago at least. And man, I don't have any water here. I'm making a big mistake here. Hopefully you guys are stoned out there. And hopefully what I've said so far has made somewhat sense to you guys. But I just want to kind of get to my ending message here of just live in the moment, not the mess. It's just a simple message, right? But I just really want that to sink in. Like, I think I heard it somewhere on some commercial or something. It was like a jingle or something. I thought, that's pretty good. Like, live in the moment, not the mess. Like, what that tells me to do is to not make my current moment a mess. And you have the power to do that. We all have the power to change the current moment. We don't necessarily have the power sometimes to change the future, right? But you can set up the best that you can for the future in the current moment. We definitely don't have the ability to change the past. So don't even try to do that. I try to stay out of the past. But just live in the moment, not the mess. And the mess being the past or the future. Like, you got to work on your current moment, your current day, because that's all we have to work with, really. And you just got to set up the best that you can for the future and on that current day. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to get better every day. Guys, I'm super stoned. And we're just going to ride out to some music here. And then I'm outie. So peace. Just kidding. I'm coming back to you guys with some funny would you rathers, because when I'm high, I like to look these up and I like to really get in depth on them and answer them. So the first one I'm going to answer is, would you rather always have bad gas or always have really dry mouth? So dry mouth usually leads to bad breath, but bad gas is pretty stinky as well. So that's a really hard one. Man, bad breath or bad gas. I'm gonna have to go with bad gas, man. I'm just gonna pass that shit. But I don't care, man. I'm farting. All right, this one's good. Would you rather be forced to listen to the same 10 songs on repeat for the rest of your life, or forced to watch 5 movies on repeat for the rest of your life? Oh, man. I'm going to have to go with 5 movies, because at least you have, like, the visual thing. Like, if it's going to be playing, you might as well, like music can just really get going. And, like, if you have the same 10 songs going for the rest of your life, dude, it would drive me crazy. I would just stay in that rhythm and just go freaking insane, man. But 5 movies, I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't be too bad, because, like, you could leave the house and, it's like, as long as you don't have a TV in your car, it can't follow you. But, if you have to play the 10 songs everywhere you go for the rest of your life, then you're playing it in the car, you're playing it on headphones. I guess if you have a phone, you'd have to play it on a movie on your phone everywhere you go too. All the same 5 movies. Oh man, technology is just, it's our demise, guys. It's going to take us down. Like, think about that. Everywhere you go, you would have to play 5 movies on your phone with your earbuds in. Wow, I think I'm still going with the 5 movies, though. Would you rather go without shampoo for the rest of your life or toothpaste for the rest of your life? So, you're either going to have the worst dandruff, right? Or you're going to have, yet again, bad breath. And I don't fuck with bad breath, dude. Like, just because I don't have shampoo I'll use body wash. Nah, I don't care. I don't care if it messes up my hair. I'll just cut it short again and I'll scrub it with body wash because I'm not one that likes to be stanky anywhere. So I'm going with no shampoo for the rest of my life because I'll have workarounds for that. I'll stay clean, that way I can have my toothpaste and I can keep on brushing. Would you rather have a time machine or a teleporter, Danny? Well, Danny, I think that I would rather have a teleporter because being able to get around in the current moment would be awesome as fast as you can. But, oh man, time travel would be a whole nother ballgame. So that's another tough one. I don't know, man. These time machine or teleporter. I think I'm still going to go with teleporter just because I feel like you'd be able to just kill it, make so much money. Like, just think about like if you were like an artist and you could fly around the whole world and do like 10 shows a day in every country because you could be there. There would be no travel time. Right? Or if you're a lawyer, you could just travel anywhere and everywhere to see every case and you could kill your competition because there's no travel time. Like you wake up, you hop in your teleporter, boom, you're at work. There's no traffic. There's nothing. You want to go to Barcelona, you just get in your teleporter and you're there in the speed of light or whatever. Like that would be some sick shit, dude. Like if we see the day when humans can teleport, I will be in heaven. That'd be awesome, dude. Like, just think about it. Anywhere you want to go see somebody. Like, hey, what up, man? Oh, I'm coming over. Boom. You're there. You are there in a flash. Like, I'm going with teleporter for sure. Would you rather have to always hop around on one foot or have to always squat? What? Like, what do you mean? Like, you have to like take 2 steps and squat, 2 steps and squat, 2 steps and squat. Think about it. That's, I guess, how they're explaining it. Or you always have to hop around on one foot. Like you only got one leg. That's a hard one. I think I'm going to have to go with the squat, dude. I'll just be walking around. Call me Danny Squatter. Yo, I'm Danny Squatter. Because I'm squatting every 2 steps I take. Dude. Oh, man. These ones are tough. All right. Last one, guys. And then I'm for real. I'm out of here. I swear. I'm out. I'm outie 5,000. Would you rather have to speak in rhyme for the rest of your life or have to speak in riddles for the rest of your life? Man, number one, that would be so annoying. I don't think anybody would want to talk to me if I rhymed every single time, or every time you ask me a question, I responded with a riddle. Like that would be some funny shit. But if I did have to pick one, I'm probably going to have to go with the rhymes. Because I'm a rhyme spitter, you feel me? I spit them rhymes on time. And I ain't no mime. And I'm like Jim Carrey from the Batman, the Riddler. But no, I said rhymes. So I'm going with rhymes. Because I feel like I could really get good at that. Like, think about it. If you had to speak in rhyme for the rest of your life, you'd have to get really, really, really good at rhyming. And then you would probably end up being the dopest rapper in the game because you are really good at rhyming. If you catch my drift. All right, guys. I am cotton-mouthed up. I need to go get some breakfast. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I'm signing out. I'm stepping out of the flavor layer. It's nice and toasty and smoky in here. I need some fresh air. Go get some fresh air, guys. Go get some sunshine. Spring's right around the corner. Peace.